Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures, where I'll be talking and reviewing action figures from different manufacturers. Today we're going to be having a look at another G.I. Joe Classified Series figure set. Of course, this one is a bit of a special one because this is the Crimson Strike team. This is number 82 in the G.I. Joe Classified Series. Of course, this was a Hasbro PulseCon exclusive. This set came out after the 2022 23 Comic-Con version of we got what is his name, Chuckles. So Chuckles was the first one released. Then they decided to do this set for the as an exclusive for the con. It's a follow-up to the San Diego one. So this set came out, of course, in 2023. This also set was an exclusive to Hasbro Pulse, but we're going to be talking about that more in the value of this box set at the end of this video. So this box set went for $89.99 in the US and was sold for €109.99 over here on Hasbro Pulse Europe. Of course, this is a box set who's all closed up, so of course, as you know, I'm not a big fan of it, but this is going to be an exception. When you do box sets as this kind for some exclusive conventions or anything else like this, this works pretty well for me because I really like that they did something of interesting for the packaging. So of course, as you can see, there's some stickers over here. Now, of course, this is the box that I opened. This is not the one I'm keeping in my mint in box collection. So we can remove the sleeve over here, and as you can see, we get the briefcase. So of course, you have everything that you would find on a briefcase: the locks, the handles, some other information. As you can see, it looks a bit electric. You have some battle damage, if you can call it like this, like some scratches, like if the box was thrown around, and you do have a bit of blood stains on the box. So I guess that maybe comes from Chuckle, but I'll be talking about more about this in the review of Chuckles when I will be doing it. But I wanted to do this box set. So as I was saying, even if I'm normally not a fan of this, but for this reason, I really like what they did with this one. So of course, you have some magnets on the bottom over here, and when you push this open, you can flip the box open. As you can see, you have the Baroness on the high part over there. Let's go and have a look at this. So we have the Baroness, the Crimson Twins, who are not very happy because, as you can see, Chuckle is walking away in the sunset with the briefcase of all this information that you have over here. So let's get back over here to see a bit better this over here. So this is just a simple cardboard box with some gold on the other side, and on this side we have some secret information regarding the construction of the bat. So this is a pretty interesting part. Of course, this is where you would have your figures respectively. I think the Baroness was in the middle and the twins were on the side, and you got, of course, one of these little boxes over here to store the accessories. Of course, this one is one to come out, but you would have over here, you would just open this here and you would get the regular packaging with the accessories. Of course, I kept one of the boxes so that I could store the accessories that came with this box, so I would be able to have a look at that at a later time, and also for a reason of not losing this gear. Now, let's close all of this and let's put this in back into its packaging, and let's talk about history about these figures. Also, let's talk about do I believe they're collectible values, and what are my thoughts about these figures. Now, let's talk history about the Crimson Strike team. Now, this team didn't come out in the original. The repaints of these figures never did make the hit in the 1982 to 1994 G.I. Joe Real American Hero line. These came out a lot later on. Now, of course, the figures that I have will not be the ones that came out in 2003. Well, not, I do have those, and I know that I also have some the 2005 mint in box, but I haven't found them. But the ones I will be talking about will be the ones that they did in 2009, if I'm not mistaken, who are these figures over here. So the history about these figures. So the first time they made this set was in 2002. They did this kind of set with the repaint of the original figures, kind of made under license from Hasbro, but for the convention set. Then afterwards we had in the normal G.I. Joe one, they did the Baroness in 2005 with the Valor versus Venom line. This was called the Cobra Imperial Process. I will be talking about those when I will be finding the ones I have mint in box. So, of course, afterwards, we also did have a repaint version, not really repaint, but a crimson look of these figures in 2003. This was with the Crimson Command Copter. I also have that one mint in box. I will be talking about it. That period of G.I. Joe was not something that I was really fan of. I didn't like the figures. They look extremely cheap at the time. I did keep them mint in box, but I don't remember taking many out of the box. I did like some of the designs of the vehicles, but let's pass. These guys here are from 2009. This was also a G.I. Joe convention pack, who was from the Kansas City one in Missouri. So, of course, as you can see, this is on the basics of the 25th anniversary line figures that I'm a huge fan of, and I do think that they did a pretty good look and recreation of these figures. So I'm going to put them aside because this is the end of the history about this team, and we'll be talking a bit more about these figures and showing them in comparison with the classified version. So let's have a look at the classified versions of the Crimson Strike team. So, of course, we do have our twin brothers over here, and of course, we're going to have the Baroness in the middle. These do come with some extra plates, some golden plates with they really did a pretty good effort. It's going to be very hard to see. There we are. You see, Crimson Girl, Baroness. We have Tomax. And we have the other plate with Xamot. I'm just going to put them like this. They're maybe not in the right place. Of course, we get the golden pistols. MP5s, of course, with the removable silencer. This is exactly the same equipment. You have the daggers, who are also the same gear. We have the golden pistols on the Baroness. Of course, we do get a lot more. Like I said, I did keep a little box for all the accessories. Of course, we get some kind of Cobra who can be held, who has a little pistol over there in its mouth. Something that was also given with the Cobra Cycle. And of course we do get some extra blades over here with some little Cobra over here. Let's have a look if you can see. There's a Cobra head. The detailing on these are pretty nice. Then afterwards we also get some golden Uzis with some silencers to go with it. So this is exactly the same weapon who's been given with our friend Snake Eyes. We get some extra head sculpts for the Baroness. And we get, of course, extra haircut line, who has the impression that it's blowing in the wind. And then we also have head over here. So let's put the hair on because she does look a bit weird with this. And of course the glasses come out, who are pretty interesting. She does have a lot of makeup on her face there. And she has a bit of a smirk on her face. I was a bit more scared about it. It looks better than on the pictures of Hasbro Pulse website, because that looked pretty horrible at the time when they came out. And of course you can interchange the head as simply as this. So if you want to give the Baroness a bit of a wind effect, it is possible also. And the fact of having the two different kind of glasses makes it pretty cool to have the straight ones or the round ones, so you can really customize this figure as the way you want. So as you can see, you do get a lot of gear in it. Afterwards, is it worth the price? This is something that we'll be talking on the final review, but as you can see, on the 25th anniversary line. They are really similar in how they look. Of course, due to the fact that it's a bit bigger, they were being able to do a bit more designs on it and be doing a lot better than what they did in the 25th anniversary line. I do like the 25th anniversary lines. They really look great. Afterwards, as you can see, if you take our Crimson Guards, it is exactly the same. Roughly the paint applications are nearly the same. So you can really see that Hasbro wanted to go onto the 25th anniversary line versions of these guys. Now, something I wanted to point out. So if you have seen, I did one of the first videos I did was for the Crimson Guards. The 2-packs, they were not 2-packs, but I did the history about these figures, and also the fact that I was not a big fan of how they did the paint job on the face. As you can see, it is pretty dark, but and really well pronounced. If you look at the new ones over here, you can really see that they dialed it down, and the figures look way better than the ones that were done at this period. For me, there was way too much weathering and too much emphasis on the paint on the head sculpts. Like I was explaining in that video, is the fact that you normally do this to bring out more details. The smaller the figures, the more you will press on it to have these details on the face. But I do like the paint job more on the Crimson pack than on the original ones that they released in the classified series. So what are my final thoughts? Do I believe this is a collectible set? And we will go and have a look at all of that. Now, of course, diving into the parts where I am going to be talking about the value of these figures. What do I think about it? So we're going to be more starting by the value of this set. Now, as I was saying, this set is an exclusive set for Hasbro Pulse, so of course you would have a certain value. Sadly, this set didn't sell very well and went in clearance on Hasbro Pulse website. So if you wanted to pick it up, you could pay this set, instead of paying it $89.99, you would only pay it $47.99. Now, talking about this was not really such an exclusive set at the end of the day, because you can also purchase it from Big Bad Toys store. Now, they are not a sponsor. I do not take any sponsors anytime for now, so I'm not going to be, it's not a publicity, but you can still get it if you did miss out on it, and I think they're selling it for $57.99. who's also on promotion. They're giving 33% discount. So if you missed it, because on Hasbro Pulse US it's sold out, so if you did miss it, you can still go to Big Bad Toys to go and pick it up. As you can see, just doing a bit of a show off over here of the figure. So yes, they are kind of interesting as a collectible value on these figures. So I would say that if you wanted to invest some money and you wanted to pick these figures up, if you didn't, it would be not too bad to go and pick it up from Big Bad Toys, because I guess on the secondary market, these figures would have gone up on a crazy price due to the fact that they're sold out on Hasbro Pulse, and maybe not everybody knows that they're still available at Big Bad Toys for cheaper than they were sold originally on Hasbro Pulse, due to the fact that they're clearing them out. So what are my final thoughts about these figures? So I'm going to give these guys a spin and give you my final thoughts about it. So my final thoughts about this set. So personally, I really like this set. I think it's a bit of a shame that this set didn't get so much love from the collector point of view, but I can understand, due to the fact that this set didn't came out in the original line, and it was something in the years 2000 who was a bit of a hit and miss for G.I. Joe. I can understand that, but I really do think that these figures are superior to the regular ones. If you take, of course, the crimson color is a bit special, I will admit it, but personally I do like what they did with it. As you can see while they're spinning around, so you can see them under the different details, but I really think that they did a better job than the ones who were originally Now, of course, when we're talking about the Baroness, I will be reviewing it, but of course, I think that the Baroness who was given with this set is one of the best Baroness, due to the fact that you have the interchangeable different heads. So, I mean, you get three, even if the mask one is not the most interesting one, or she has the smirk, but I mean, you get the two glasses. You really get a pretty well detailed figure with the different head sculpts, and due to the fact of the paint applications, they really look nice. I mean, when you're looking at her chest, when I was showing it on the video, you could really see this paint application, this chrome, red color on it, really, really looks nice. So if I would have to put my top Baroness in the classified line, it would be this figure. Of course, I understand it's a repaint and I will be doing the videos for the other figures, but for me, this is one of the best looking Baroness due to the fact of all the accessories it gets. So that's going to be it for, oh yes, before going into that, let's give this box, I would give this box 8 out of 10. Because this is something that I really do like what they did with it. I think the paint applications for the face, everything is way better. I would even go up to a 9 due to the fact that we are giving the stands with the figures. Of course, the gold could be, but I mean, this is the only stands that we have who have the names of the figures on. All the other ones that have been released later on, even in the retro line, do not have this application, which is something that I find weird, that you can do that for the 25th anniversaries, but not for the classified series. Seems a bit of a cheap part. So I'm going to change my note, and I'm going to give this box set a 9 out of 10. Yes, you could have put more details in the papers in the box with wheel slider in it with those wheel documents. It could have been a bit of an extra. Is $89.99 a bit expensive for this set? It's really hard to say. I don't think it's so overpriced, but again, I'm talking for myself. I really did like this set, so I'm going to change my note, and I guess this is going to be the first time I did this, so this is going to be a 9 out of 10. So if you did like the review of my Crimson Twin and the Baroness Strike team, please leave a like, share, comment. If you have any suggestions, any other videos that you would like me to make, please have a look at it. Didn't do any pictures on the outside of these guys yet. I still have to do some clearing up and tidying up. This is what I've been a bit slower on the videos that I've been doing. So I'm sorry about it, but go and check out my Facebook page and Instagram page. There's plenty of stuff over there that you may find interesting, news and items that I have for sale. So go and check it out and have a look at it. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!